Hi there, my name's Bridie. I'm going to be guiding you through your practice today. And before we get started, I ask that if you have a strap to grab your strap, and also 2 yoga blocks may come in handy here. And setting your strap up just beside your mat, how I have mine here. And if you need your 2 yoga blocks, just popping them towards the top of your mat. We're going to begin in our wide-legged child's pose, big toes touching, knees spread out wide, fingertips reach forward, and just coming in to place the forehead down onto the earth, or maybe using one of your blocks here if it's more accessible to bring the forehead to your block. And starting to become aware of your breath, taking a few moments to settle in to the shape of Balasana, child's pose. Working with Bernie Clarke's quote, using the posture to get into your body, not using the body to get into the posture. Can you become aware of the effects this shape has on your body? Notice anything physically that shows up. Maybe feeling certain areas of tension or spaciousness. Noticing anything energetic showing up emotionally. Maybe what thoughts come to mind. Just keeping that curiosity through the rest of your practice. Observing what the body tells you as you transition in and out of different shapes. Not so much labeling. Can you get rid of the labels, the names of things? Just using the way you move to get into your body, to listen in. Scanning from fingertips all the way down the arms, the crown of the head, the face, the back of the neck, the shoulders. Feeling the back of the heart, the front of the heart melting a little closer down to the earth. The length of your spine, lower back, glutes, hips. Nice space for the belly to open as you inhale between the thighs. Sensing the compression through the front of the hips. Noticing the shins, the tops of the feet connected to the earth, finding 3 more breaths here. And on our next inhale, we're just coming to lift the forehead just off of the mat. Coming to weave the right arm underneath the chest, dropping the right cheek down to the earth. And we can hold the left fingertips reaching forward as you inhale. Start to sweep the left arm up towards the ceiling, holding to the sky or flipping the palm, coming to bind with the right hip crease. Rolling the left shoulder open, maybe gazing over the left shoulder, or just keeping the eyes closed down here. As though you're trying to pull the shoulder blade away from the spine, reaching right through the right fingertips. And if you have the bind, as you inhale, unwind, re-extend the left arm high, ground the palm in front of the face like a half push-up. And as we inhale, we're unweaving that right arm, coming to open through the chest, reaching the right fingertips up and behind. And as you exhale, releasing right hand to the outside edge of the left side of the mat, and then coming to reach the arms forward for a side body stretch here, drawing back into the right sit bone. Option to bring the right hand on top of the left, maybe find an interlace of the fingers. And here, can you start to draw the right armpit down towards the mat, sending your breath down the right side of your body. And Releasing the hands back through center. Finding a breath in your child's pose. And lifting through the forehead. As you exhale, we weave the left arm underneath the chest, dropping the left cheek down to the mat. Again, we can keep right fingertips reaching forward. As you inhale, start to sweep the right arm high. Continue to reach to the sky or flip the palm, bind with your left hip crease. Just taking the left shoulder blade this time away from the spine as you reach through the left fingertips, rolling open through the right shoulder. Beginning to unwind, releasing the right hand back in front of the face. Ground the palm. We inhale, unthread the left arm, open through the chest, reach left arm to sky. And releasing the arm to the outside edge of the right side of the mat. We find that side body stretch in our child's. This time maybe bringing the left hand on top of the right to take that interlace of the fingers. And we draw the left sit bone back towards the heel, drawing left armpit down towards the mat, squaring off through the shoulders, deepening the stretch. Walking hands back through center, finding your child's pose. This time we're going to bring the knees in line with the hips, narrow child's pose. Start to activate a little here, rise to the fingertips, lift the elbows off of the mat, really drawing the chest down towards the knees. Then on your next inhale, coming to rise into your tabletop, spread wide through the fingertips, shoulders over the wrists. Tucking the toes under, exhale, we're lifting into our downward facing dog. Taking a full breath in here. And as you exhale, rise high to the toes. We lower the knees down towards the mat. Finding your cow pose as you inhale, lower the belly, thread the heart forward between the shoulders. And exhale, releasing the hips back towards the heels, untuck the toes. We inhale, rise to table. Exhale, tuck the toes, hips high, downward facing dog. Moving straight through to cow from here. As you inhale, ground the knees, lower the belly, open through the chest, maybe send your gaze high. Untuck the toes, exhale, child's pose. Find one more round just like this. We inhale, lift to table. Tuck the toes, exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, cow pose. And exhale to child's. I think we'll find one more because it feels nice. Inhale, rise to table. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, cow pose. And exhale, child's. Inhale, floating to table. Tucking toes, hips high, downward facing dog. Coming to hold here. Maybe you find stillness straight away. Maybe you find a little walk out through the feet, stretching through the back of the legs. And depending on how wide your down dog is right now, you may want to step the feet in a little bit closer. We're finding a twist as we bring the right hand to the left ankle. Come to gaze underneath the left armpit. Just notice how your weight starts to shift into the left hip. Can you start to pull back into the right, keeping equal weight through both of the feet? Take a breath in. And twisting a little deeper as you exhale, pull against the ankle. And then inhale, release the right hand back to the mat. Twisting left hand to the right ankle, gazing underneath right armpit. Again, this time the weight will want to fall into the right hip. Can you pull back into the left? Taking a full breath in. Twisting deeper as you exhale. And then inhale, release the palm back to the mat, gaze forward, come to tiptoe all the way forward to the front of your mat. Here, taking the feet a little bit wider than the hips, we're coming to bind the right hand to the left big toe or maybe left ankle, and then left hand to the right big toe, maybe to the right ankle. Find a halfway lift here as you inhale, start to lengthen through the arms, lengthen through the spine. And as you exhale, maybe a deep bend in the knees, or we bend into the elbows, folding forward. Finding a twist as we inhale, reach the left arm high. Then exhale, reconnect the bind with the right foot. Inhale, right fingertips reach. And exhale again, right hand to left foot or ankle. Find a halfway lift. And exhale to fold. And then circling arms high as you inhale. Turning toes out slightly, we're coming to lower down into Malasana, finding your yogi squat. Palms towards the heart, weight into the outer edges of the feet, take a breath in. And just relax the shoulders a little as you exhale. And on your next inhale, come to reach the fingertips forward, nice and controlled as we lower all the way down into our seat. We can use our hands to guide us there and moving into our boat pose. Option here to keep the toes tapped, maybe keep hands behind the thighs, otherwise we're coming to float the legs. Taking an inhale, come to bring the hands into prayer, thumbs to heart center. Finding a twist here as you exhale, lengthen the left leg long, left elbow to right knee. Inhale, find center. Exhale, twist into the left, right elbow, left knee. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale. Exhale, twisting to the left. We've got one more on each side. Inhale, center. Exhale to right. Inhale. Exhale, twisting to left. Inhale, lift through the chest, release the fingertips forward, back towards the toes, tuck the tail under, come to roll all the way down onto your spine, arms come down by your side, palms flat, and drawing the heels in towards the glute, preparing for our bridge pose here. As you inhale, draw the tail under slightly, we come to lift through the hips, peeling the spine from the mat, press out through the chest. Then exhale, rolling the spine all the way back down. Two more, moving with your breath. Inhale, tail draws under, we lift through the hips. And exhale, releasing the spine. Inhale, we come to rise and hold at the very top of this one. Send your energy out through the knees, out through the heart. My bun's in a very awkward spot for this. We can hold here or find an interlace of the fingers by the lower back. Maybe walking the shoulder blades a little closer in towards one another to gain a little more height through the chest. Gentle activation through the inner thighs. Not trying to squeeze the glutes too hard here. Can you press through the heels? One more inhale. And as you exhale, releasing your bind, hands come back down by your side. We melt the spine back down to the mat. And coming to hug the right knee in towards the chest, flexing through the right ankle. And placing the ankle on top of the left thigh, reclining our pigeon as we weave the right arm between the gap of the legs, interlace hands behind the thigh, maybe around the shin. Here we find a flex through the left ankle as well. We're drawing left knee in towards the chest, but pressing the right knee away from the body. Maintaining the figure four shape in the legs. Release the bind of the hands, bring the arms into a T position. Take a twist as you ground the sole of the right foot over to the left. Keep the right knee tracking to the ceiling. Maybe gaze to the right fingertips. And active through your core. As you inhale, lift the legs back through center. Keeping that left foot grounded, you're grabbing a hold of your strap or maybe just binding the foot or ankle, maybe calf or thigh with your hands as you extend the sole of the right foot up towards the ceiling. Drawing the toes down towards your face. Option here to extend and split the legs, lengthening the left leg long. Taking a breath in. And as you exhale, drawing down on the strap or your leg. One more inhale. Exhale, pulling the toes a little bit closer to the face. Then bringing both ends of the strap or just your foot into your right hand. Left hand grounds the left hip, keeping it grounded into the earth as we open the right leg out to the side. Keep a strong flex through both ankles here. Still active through your core, supporting the weight of the leg. Nice and long through the back of the neck. A nice strong engagement through core here. As you inhale, release the sole of the foot back up towards the ceiling. Placing your strap off towards the side once again, hugging both of the knees into the chest here. Then crossing over at the ankles, find a nice big roll forward and back along the spine. Coming to gain some momentum, rolling all the way over the ankles. We ground the palms, step or jump back to your plank. And from your plank here, spread the fingertips out nice and wide. Again, checking that the shoulders are over the hands. Toes are tucked under, send the tailbone down to the heels. As you inhale, shift your weight forward. Ground the knees, exhale, lower all the way to belly. Untuck the toes, inhale, rise and lift to cobra. Then exhale, release. Toes tuck under, hips lift, find your downward facing dog. Cycle of breath here. And inhale, lift high to the toes, gaze forward, stepping forward to your fold. Taking the feet a little bit wider than the hips. Again, we bind hand to opposite foot. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold, bend into the elbows, tuck the chin. Taking a twist, left arm rises, inhale. Exhale, release, hand to bind, right foot. Right arm rises, inhale, open to twist. Exhale, release to bind. And lifting halfway, inhale, find length. Exhale, folding in. Circling arms high, inhale, palms touch. Heels turn in, toes turn out. Exhale, lower down into your squat. Taking a deep breath in, we find length through the spine, not dumping all of the way into the hips. Draw the navel in, lift all the way up to the crown of the head. And on your next inhale, start to extend the fingertips forward. Maybe ground the hands by your lower back. We tuck under as we lower the hips to the mat. Find Navasana boat pose. Lifting tall through the chest, taking your options here to keep toes grounded or hands behind thighs. And as we inhale, we bring hands into prayer. Taking a breath in. Then exhale, we twist, left leg lengthens, left elbow to right knee. Inhale through center, keep open through the heart. Exhale, twist. Inhale. Exhale, we twist. Inhale, center. Twisting to the left, exhale. One more each side again, keep long and lifted through the spine. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. And exhale, twisting to the left. We come back through center, take a breath in, reach the fingertips down towards the toes, lift and spread through the chest a little more. And exhale, releasing all the way down onto your spine, ground the feet to the mat. Preparing again for your bridge pose, fingertips brush the back of the ankles. Walking shoulder blades in slightly as we inhale, we come to peel the spine, lift through the hips. And exhale, releasing the spine back to the mat. 2 more rolls here with your breath. Be aware of where the knees are tracking. Keep them in line with the hips. And facing over second and third toe. One more rise here. We inhale, lift, come to a hold at the top. Maybe this time you find the opposite interlace of the fingers. Walk the shoulder blades in a little more, lift through the hips. Once you feel like you can't get any more height in the hips, can you allow that energy to travel all the way up into the chest and find a little more lift there. One more inhale to hold. And exhale, release your bind if you have it. Release the spine back down to the mat. This time we hug left knee into chest, flex through the left ankle. And placing the ankle onto the right thigh, we recline our pigeon. Left arm comes through the gap of the legs, drawing right knee to chest, flexing right ankle and left. And pressing left knee away from the body. Moving to find our twist here, ground the sole of the left foot over to the right. Arms come out into a T. Send your gaze to your left fingertips. And we release back through center as we inhale. Core is strong to lift the weight of the legs. Grabbing a hold of your strap if you have one, or again we bind foot or leg. Inhale, send the left leg high. Drawing the toes down towards the face. We can split the legs or keep the right foot grounded as we press the right leg long. Taking a breath in and pulling down on the strap or the leg as you exhale. One more cycle, inhale. Exhale, draw down. And placing both ends of the strap or the leg into the left hand, right hand grounds the right hip as we open the leg out towards the side. Keeping long through the back of the neck, press the sole of the foot, both soles of the feet outwards. Again, find your core as you inhale, left leg rises high. Releasing the strap here, we hug both of the knees in towards the chest, cross the ankles. And again, nice big rock forward and back along the spine. And finding that momentum to roll and come into your plank pose. Finding a nice long line from the heels to the crown of the head. We'll be in a bit of a ramp-like shape here. Taking 3 more breaths to hold strong. Pull the belly button in. Hug the lower rib cage into the back of the body. Press equally into all 10 fingertips. And on your inhale, send your weight forward. Exhale, lower to belly. Find your vinyasa, maybe moving through cobra. Maybe lifting to your upward dog. And coming to me in our downward facing dog. And from downward dog, we inhale, extend the right leg high. Exhale, curling right knee to nose. Stepping the foot through between the hands, we lower the left knee down, untuck the toes, rise the arms, low lunge. Soft through the shoulders, maybe lunge a little deeper into the hips as you keep lower belly engaged. Palms touch, exhale, thumbs draw down to heart center. Lift the rib cage up and out of the hips as you inhale. Then exhale, twisting to the right, left elbow outside the right thigh, prayer twist, thumbs draw towards the heart, maybe gazing over the right shoulder. Being mindful of where right knee again is tracking, is it over second and third toe? Maintaining that awareness as you take the option to tuck the left toes under, we rise and lift to crescent lunge. Pressing out through the back heel. Maintaining strength through the core as we unwind crescent lunge. Inhale, fingertips reach high. Again, relax through the shoulders, maybe lunge a little deeper into the hips, press out through the back heel. Keeping that deep lunge in the right knee as we just pivot on the back foot to warrior two. Back edge of the foot is parallel to the back edge of the mat. We relax through the shoulders, we press right through the fingertips. Sending your gaze over your front middle finger. Observing what shows up here in this shape. Can you start to blur the edges of your body? Maybe your gaze blurs over your front fingertips. And on your next inhale, extending right leg long. Big toes turn in towards one another. We find our wide-legged stance. Then exhale, release, swan dive, folding forward. Wide-legged fold, we lift halfway, inhale. And as you exhale, walking both of your hands to the right ankle, coming to bind the ankle. Drawing the weight back again into the left hip. Option to take a twist as you inhale, reach the right fingertips high. Maybe hand finds the lower back, or option to bind right hand to left hip crease. Roll open through the chest. Engage and pull inner thighs in towards one another. Weight shifts in towards the tops of the feet. One more inhale. Full exhale, maybe fold a little deeper. Then we inhale, unwind, reach the right arm high. Releasing both hands to frame the front foot. We pivot on the ball of the back foot, but ground the heel of the front foot, finding a nice wide pyramid stance. Maybe if you have your 2 blocks, you find them here. Then on your inhale, lunge into the right knee, open through the chest, runner's lunge. Exhale, lengthen the right leg long, folding forward. Inhale, runner's lunge. Exhale, lengthen right leg long. One more, inhale, runner's lunge. Exhale, lengthen right leg long. Come to ground the palms. As you inhale, we sweep the right leg high, 3-legged dog. Exhale, release, downward facing dog. On your inhale, nice big ripple forward through the spine. So we curl just like a cat spine into your plank. Then as you exhale, hips start to lower, find your upward dog. As you inhale, lift through the chest. Then exhale, send the hips high, downward facing dog. Got 2 more ripples just like this. So we inhale, lift to the toes, curling through the spine. Then we come to find length in our plank. Exhale, hips begin to lower down. Keep strong through the core as you inhale, open to upward dog. Exhale, hips high, downward facing dog. One more, inhale, curling forward. Exhale, hips lower. Inhale, open through the heart. Notice the hips aren't touching the ground here. Exhale, downward facing dog. Floating left leg high, 3-legged dog. Exhale, curling knee to nose. Step the foot through between the hands. Ground the right knee, untuck toes. Inhale, rise to your low lunge. Soft through the shoulders. Left hip draws back, right hip forward. Palms touch. Exhale, thumbs draw to heart center. Find that nice lift of rib cage out of the hips. Then we exhale, twist to the left, right elbow outside the left thigh. Prayer twist as thumbs draw in towards the heart. Again, notice if left knee wants to knock inwards or outwards. Maybe we gaze over left shoulder. Keeping nice and long through the spine on every inhale. We use the exhale breath to twist deeper. Holding here, option to tuck the left toes under. We lift the back knee into twisted crescent lunge. And strong through the core, grounded through the feet. As you inhale, rise to your crescent lunge, unwind. Exhale, open to your warrior two, maintaining that nice deep lunge into the left knee. Arms spread wide, maybe hands find hips. Observing here, where can you relax, where can you find a little more strength? And as you inhale, lengthening the left leg long, toes turn inwards, wide-legged stance, circle arms high. And exhale, folding forward, hands come down to the mat. Lifting halfway, inhale. And exhale to fold, walking both of the hands to bind with the left ankle, drawing the weight back into the right hip. We take a twist here, inhale, left fingertips reach high. Weight draws in towards the tops of the feet, option to find the bind with left hand to the right hip crease. And we unwind, inhale, reach the left arm high if you have your bind. Come to frame the left foot. We pivot on the ball of the back foot, but ground the heel of left foot, wide-legged pyramid stance. We inhale, lunge into the left knee, open the chest. Then exhale, lengthen left leg long to fold. Inhale, lunge into left knee. Exhale, lengthen. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, lengthen. I'm not sure if we've got one more or not. We'll do one more for luck. Inhale to lunge. Exhale, lengthen left leg long. Ground the palms. We inhale, sweep the left leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, release, downward facing dog. Taking that ripple here through the spine as you inhale. When we exhale, the hips begin to lower. We inhale, open to upward dog. Exhale, hips high, downward facing dog. Inhale, ripple forward through the spine to plank. Hips begin to lower, exhale. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. One last time, inhale, big ripple forward. Exhale, hips lower. Inhale, open the chest. And exhale, hips high, downward facing dog. Right leg extends, inhale. Exhale, drawing the right knee to the right elbow, holding here. From here, we shoot the right leg out to the side, ground the foot. All 5 toes face forward. And as you exhale, start to lower the hips down towards the mat. Now the hips may not touch the earth, that's okay. Just keeping both hands grounded if the hips are hovered. If the hips are grounded, untuck the toes. And we take a breath in here. Now only if the hips are grounded, we start to move the chest down towards the mat, hug the elbows in tight. Inhale, rise and lift to a cobra-like shape. Exhale, release the chest. Inhale, rise and lift. Exhale, release. This time as you inhale, we rise the chest, tuck the left toes, sweep the right leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee to the left elbow, crossing under the body, holding here. Again, we shoot the right leg out long to the blade edge of the foot. We start to lower the outer hip down towards the mat. Again, the hip may not come all the way down, just keeping both hands grounded if so, otherwise taking a breath in. Then exhale, hug the elbows in tight, lower the heart down. Inhale, rise to your cobra. Exhale, release the chest. Inhale, rise. Exhale, release the chest. Inhale, rise to lift. Come to the inner edge of the back foot. We find our fallen star. Press through the right palm. Lift the hips. Reach the left fingertips high. Not locking out through the right elbow. Press the earth away with the palm. Lift a little higher through the left hip. One more inhale. And as you exhale, ground the left hand under left shoulder, pivot on the back foot, right knee comes to nose. Inhale, extend the right leg high. And exhale, release, downward facing dog. Floating left leg, inhale. And exhale, left knee to the left elbow. Holding here, again, we shoot the left leg out towards the side, plant the toes to face the front of the mat, then come to lower the hips all the way down to the mat, or we stay grounded on both palms, untuck the back toes if hips are landed, take a breath in. Then exhale, hug the elbows in tight, lower the chest. Inhale, rise and lift the chest. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, release. As we inhale, we lift, tuck the toes, three-legged dog, left leg floats high. Exhale, left knee to the right elbow, we hold, shoot the left leg long out to the side, come to lower the hips down to the mat. Again, the hips may not touch, we stay on both palms if so, otherwise we exhale, lower the chest, elbows in tight. Inhale, rise and lift. Exhale, release the chest. Inhale, open. Exhale, release. Inhale, we lift, finding fallen star, come to the inner arch of back foot. Inhale, press into the left palm, we reach right fingertips high. Another little lift with that right hip. Touch the sky with right hand, deep breath in. Then exhale, releasing right hand underneath the shoulder, pivot on the back foot, left knee to nose, extend left leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, release, downward facing dog. Nice big ripple forward through the spine, inhale. This time taking a vinyasa to down dog. Lifting high onto the toes, gaze forward, step or float to your fold. Lifting halfway, inhale. Exhale, fold. Circling arms high, inhale, palms meet. Exhale, swan dive to fold. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold, stepping back, downward facing dog. Floating the right leg high, inhale. Exhale, drawing the right knee to the right wrist, finding pigeon pose. Option for your deer pose here. Flexing through both of the ankles. Staying up taller on your next exhale, you can come to fold forward. And walking the hands back in towards the hips, we rise. From here, we're swinging our left leg forward, finding our square pose. Option to just find a cross-legged position, crossing the left leg in front of the right. Otherwise, we're stacking left shin on top of the right. Lifting nice and tall, take a breath in. And as you exhale, we fold forward over the legs. Now, option to hold here wherever you are, cross-legged square pose. If you want to move into your bow and arrow pose, start to come and rise into your seat. We start to pick and cradle the left leg into the arm, so bringing the blade edge of the left foot into the right elbow crease, so we can rock our little baby leg here. Maybe you just stay here, starting to build some flexibility through that left hip. Otherwise, starting to bring that left leg up and over towards the left shoulder as much as you can. Right hand finds the blade edge of the left foot. We ground the left fingertips. Then inhale, we start to lift and lengthen the left leg long, trying to keep nice and tall through the spine. We're gazing underneath the right armpit. Finding 2 more breaths wherever you are. And gently starting to release the left leg if you're in your bow and arrow. Coming to rise to a seat. If you're in your fold, we cross the ankles, step or jump to your plank. And taking your vinyasa to downward dog. And we float left leg high, inhale. Exhale, left knee to left wrist, lower into pigeon or your deep pose. Flexing through left ankle, making sure that back foot is tucked under. Making sure left sit bone is grounded. Take a breath in. Exhale, release, coming to fold yourself forward. And walking hands back in towards the hips, we rise. And drawing the right leg forward this time. Square pose or again cross-legged position. Flexing through the ankles, we lift up nice and tall through the chest, inhale. And exhale, release, walking the hands forward, finding a fold. And just as we did before, option to remain here in your fold, or if you're moving into bow and arrow pose, come to rise back to your seat. We find the cradle of the leg, bringing the blade edge of the foot into the left elbow crease, wrapping the right arm around the knee. Nice rock forward and back of the leg. And again, we can stay here. We start to wear our leg like a handbag, wrapping it up and over towards the shoulder. Left hand comes to the blade edge of the right foot. We ground the right fingertips. Then as we inhale, we come to lift and extend the right leg long. Maybe gazing underneath the left armpit. Trying not to stump into the lower back here. Can you keep evenly grounded through both sit bones, open through the chest? Finding 2 more breaths wherever you are. And gently releasing through the leg if it's long, coming to rise from your fold if you're folded. We're going to remain here in our seat this time, extending both of the legs out wide, placing your block underneath your seat if you need, just to help tilt the hips forward as we come to fold forward. Maybe releasing forehead down towards the mat, or maybe just staying upright if that feels like enough through the legs. We can always find forearms, or again find our props if we have any to support our body. And slowly walking hands back in towards you. And guiding the legs back in towards one another. Placing the feet width distance of the mat, nice windshield wiper of the legs, side to side. And then coming to rest all the way down onto our back. And bringing both of the knees to stack on top of the hips, arms come out into a T. We're crossing the right knee over the left, taking an eagle bind of the legs, then dropping both of the knees over towards the left elbow to find a twist. We can gaze to right hand. And strong through the core. As you inhale, you release the knees back over the hips. Unwind, taking the opposite cross left leg over the right, maybe binding the foot around the calf, then taking a twist, dropping the knees to the right elbow, we gaze the left hand. And strong through the core, we inhale, lift through center, unraveling the legs. Option to find just a supported shoulder stand here. Maybe releasing the legs long. We can place a block or one of your props underneath your lower back. Otherwise, taking a plow pose as we come to lift the hips, toes come up and overhead, tucking under. Maybe taking that interlace of the hands to bind. And then releasing your interlace if you have it. Plant the palms, ground the forearms. Think of it as a nice massage for your spine. You slowly reconnect each vertebrae, just letting the weight of the legs add a little pressure into the muscles of the back, into the vertebrae. And coming to lower down into your final resting pose. Maybe first you bend into the knees, maybe extending the legs long. Taking the feet wider than the hips, arms come out wide, releasing palms up towards the sky, maybe keeping them on your belly. And using the shape to get into your body, not using your body here to get into this shape. Observing again what shows up in complete stillness as you rest here on your back, feeling the effects of your practice physically, energetically, emotionally, feeling that deep spiritual connection within, feeling the whole universe within you, all of those little workings of your body. You are so alive. And taking rest in the stories that your body tells here. I'll let you know when it's time to come out. And if you do have the time, definitely do stay here. If you need to start your day or end your day, whatever time of day it is, if you need to get back into it, just start to again observe, notice, take note. Everything your body is telling you. Maybe you ask your body something. Ask your heart anything that you need to know. And starting to find some movement when you are ready. It feels really nice to just tap the thumbs to each fingertip. Awareness all the way down to the feet. We can wiggle through the toes, maybe start to roll through the ankles, come to roll through the wrists, and find a really lovely morning stretch as you reach the arms up and overhead, pointing out through the toes, maybe an arch through the spine. Maybe yawn. And then when you're ready, we find a roll to the side, gently, gently. And then using your top arm to press into the palm, keep your head heavy as you peel yourself off of your mat, rise into a seat. And circle arms up and overhead here, bringing the palms to touch. And as you exhale, draw your thumbs to your third eye center, repeat in your own mind, I create my own reality. Full breath in. Softening more into your body as you exhale. Bowing our heads down in gratitude for our practice together. Namaste. Thanks for joining.